Out near Dubina, Texas, a game camera was set up on the D-Mall property, meant to track local wildlife. Nothing unusual was expected, just deer, maybe a raccoon or two. But one night, the camera caught this photo. It showed a blurry figure, oddly thin-limbed, and nothing like any normal animal. Some say it looked like a monkey, others swear it was a chupacabra, but some even suggested a skinwalker. A biologist guessed it might be a baby black antelope, but the landowner shot that down. No exotic animals lived nearby. Whatever it was, it didn't sit right. A man was exploring a forest near an abandoned building. When he reached it, he recorded a video. But when the clip was replayed in slow motion and zoomed in, things got eerie. A little girl with braided hair was standing in the window. The building was completely deserted, making it hard to believe an actual child could be inside. It also didn't look like an actual human being, as it had no color. Was it CGI or a ghost? I can't tell you. Someone was driving through a quiet village when the dash cam captured something unidentifiable crossing its path. A shadow with an outline of a human figure appears, but there's no one actually there. It vanishes almost immediately, leaving behind an unsettling feeling. A man was awakened by strange noises coming from his roof deep in the woods. Grabbing his camera, he stepped outside to investigate. As he started recording, he spotted this.
What the fuck is that? Ain't shit up there. Ain't shit up there. So what the fuck?
Then, out of nowhere, it reappeared, leaving him even more shaken.
What the fuck is that? Alright.
What could have been lurking on the roof that night? A woman was walking her dog in the park when the glow of an unusually full moon caught her eye. Captivated, she took a few photos to share with her boyfriend. The pictures were snapped just seconds apart. But in the last one, something strange appeared on the right side. A figure that hadn't been there before, or at least not that she had noticed. Locals who have seen the photo insist it's neither an animal nor a trick of the light. Some believe it could be a tree spirit, a guardian of the forest rarely seen by human eyes. As for the woman, she's still completely baffled by what she captured. In the dead of night, deep in the woods, a trail camera captured something strange. Half hidden behind a tree stood a figure, humanoid in shape, with glowing eyes. The camera was set up to track animals, and the owner was shocked to see anything else, especially so far from civilization. She didn't expect a person, let alone something that didn't look entirely human. But maybe it was just an animal, caught at a strange angle, under strange light. What do you think? A lone cameraman went exploring an abandoned building at night, and things quickly felt off. As he turned a corner, he spotted something. 2 blinking lights deep within the surrounding forest. Curious, he whistled and walked toward them, but a sudden rattling sound to his left stopped him. Following the noise, he found a door shaking on its own. Then, as he turned, the camera caught something disturbing. What looked like a small pair of legs dangling from the rafters, but he didn't notice it at the time. When he filmed the same spot again later, the legs were gone. It wasn't until he rewatched the footage that he realized what he had captured, and he vowed never to explore alone at night again. A strange event was captured on a home security camera. An orb of light split into 3 directions before vanishing. Moments later, a figure appeared, crossing onto the property. The CCTV system had multiple cameras, and for 2 minutes it recorded the figure vanishing and reappearing repeatedly. Later, the family zoomed in and spotted a large orb releasing smaller orbs. Soon after, the outline of a person appeared again, walking near the train tracks. Who or what did this family capture on their security cameras? A TikTok user was jolted awake in the middle of the night by the distinct sound of galloping hooves outside his window. Thinking it was just a horse, he looked outside, but there was nothing there. Still, the sound continued, loud and clear, as if something invisible was racing past his house. He grabbed his phone and started recording. There was no horse, no person, just the sound of galloping echoing through the street. Later, a security camera from a different angle picked up the same noise. This time, a shadow flickered past. Some believe it's tied to an old Mexican legend, the tale of El Charro Negro. According to the story, El Charro Negro is a ghostly rider dressed in black who appears late at night, often offering desperate travelers deals that come with a heavy price. Encountering him is said to bring bad luck, or worse, a pact you can never escape. A ghost hunting team entered a deserted farmhouse around 3 a.m. As they moved through the dark, a sudden, unexplainable force shook them to their core.
To jump upstairs.
What's that?
What was that?
Continuing their investigation, this happened.
We get to experience an EVP session in a creepy abandoned house, and
A window shattered, and they spotted something outside.
what's that? Holy shit! Somebody out there!
Spooked, they rushed to their car. But as they drove off, a shadowy head appeared, slipping from the bottom corner of the window. Late one night, a security camera caught something strange through a window of a home deep in the woods. It appeared for just 3 seconds, and then it was gone. People who saw the clip started guessing. Some said it looked like a skinwalker, others thought it was just someone playing a prank. But the owner says that's unlikely in such an isolated area. She's been left deeply unsettled. A boy and his friend ventured into the woods behind their home at night, filming their little adventure. Suddenly, this happened.
Oh my gosh! Help! Help!
What looked like a humanoid figure appeared. Though not much information was provided after, his reaction seemed genuine. But what he captured remains a mystery. Late one night, a camera set up to watch over a secluded property captured the stillness of the forest, until something suddenly appeared in the corner of the frame. It moved much like a human and then vanished without a trace. Commenters wonder if it was a ghost, a camera glitch, or just an animal caught in the camera's limited night vision. A man operating a digger spotted a creature stuck deep in the mud. Wanting to help, he used his machine to pull it out, successfully freeing the animal. The story goes that when he got a closer look at it, he panicked, fled the site, and allegedly even quit his job. But this story has never been confirmed. Some viewers are convinced the creature was something paranormal or even alien. Others believe it was just a muddy deer and dismiss the whole thing as fake. Honestly, it does look like a deer caked in mud. But with the internet being the internet, the mystery remains wide open. One night, Diana noticed several police cars around her backyard and started recording. They were checking a trailer her dad owned, which had been rented to a man who hadn't been seen in weeks. Sadly, the officers discovered the man had died inside. Neither Diana nor her brother knew exactly what had happened, but in one of her recordings, she captured something terrifying.
Right there, right there. Wait, they're going up to Tom's place. So wait, you said the light wasn't off.
Yeah, exactly. And I knew that something was going on. That's a lot of cops.
Holy shit, what the hell? Oh my god, they're calling.
They're coming out.
Are they calling something in? They're going back over. What was Tom doing?
Is there like an app you can check or something to figure out?
Oh, Jesus. Abby's okay.
Sorry.
A dark figure appeared near the police cars. Strangely, neither she nor her brother had seen anything unusual at the time. A few days later, Diana returned with her dad to check on the trailer and recorded again.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, great. Oh my god.
Suddenly, a lifeless crow fell right in front of her, sending her running. Inside, they found mold, decay, and signs the tenant may have had a child who had died too. Could the shadowy figure have been the child's spirit? Someone took this mysterious photo during a morning hike, completely unaware of what they had captured at the time. But there it is, a woman in white, seemingly in a wedding gown, crossing the train tracks. There wasn't a single soul around when the picture was taken. The hiker, a skeptic, tried to brush it off, maybe just an illusion or a camera glitch, but even they admit it's hard to explain. No witnesses, no sounds, just an empty track and this strange figure caught slipping silently through the frame. Can't be nothing, right? While on vacation in Japan, Katrina Parasso, a young woman from the Philippines, took a selfie inside her rental house deep in the woods. It wasn't until she was getting ready to post a photo online that she noticed something strange. At first, it looked like a dark blur on the floor behind her, but when she brightened the image, the real shock hit. Lying on the carpet appeared to be a disembodied head. She had been completely alone in the house, and the floor was bare. There was nothing there that could have caused such a figure to appear. To this day, she still hasn't been able to explain it. While filming in the quiet woods, a man unknowingly captured something strange on camera. As the camera moved, it briefly caught a shadow, unmistakably human in shape. Yet there was no one around to cast it. The sight didn't fit, and the man had no idea how to explain it. It could have been anything, but the shadow's clear, human shape made it hard to ignore. In a remote palm oil plantation near the village of Cebu, Malaysia, a man spotted a pair of glowing eyes high up in a palm tree and managed to capture it on camera. The footage shows a strange creature that moved in a way unlike any known animal, and locals say it didn't even resemble an ape. To this day, it's unclear what the man actually filmed. I wonder if anyone ever figured it out. Back in April 2011, a strange video was captured in a cemetery in Indonesia. It was filmed at night and showed a white-robed figure slowly walking through the graveyard. At first glance, it looked like just a person in a hood, or maybe part of some ritual. But then, this happened. Could it have been staged, or was there something more unsettling at play? This hiker and his ex went out to the remote North Yorkshire moors for a day of hiking. Using his new digital camera, he took hundreds of photos of the stunning, snow-covered landscape. About a week later, while they were scrolling through the pictures, his ex suddenly grabbed his hand and told him to stop. She had noticed something strange in one of the shots. At first, he didn't see anything, but when he zoomed in on a photo of an open field, both of them froze, speechless, swearing in shock. There, standing in the snow, was a mysterious figure, clearly human-shaped, but obviously not an actual human. How do you explain this? In the woods, a surveillance camera captures an eerie moment at an abandoned structure near the entrance of a private property. A shadow seems to take on a human shape as it moves toward the building. Could it be a ghost or just a trick of the light? These explorers were at Bluff City Cemetery, known from Nightmare on Elm Street 5. In a photo they took near the mausoleum entrance, something eerie appears in the background. Standing by a tree, there's a figure. According to them, the image is raw and untouched, and they have no explanation for it, other than it being something paranormal. In the summer of 1961, a man working as a night watchman at a plant near Big Rapids, Michigan, witnessed something strange. At around 3 a.m., he spotted movement. At first, he thought it was a person, but soon he saw it was something much taller, covered in brownish-gray hair. The creature moved between walking on 4 legs and standing upright. He grabbed his camera and snapped a picture of it before it disappeared into the woods. The man still has the negative today, and the whole family remains intrigued by the mystery. While riding his motorcycle down a dark road in India, a man's helmet camera captured something unsettling. Someone in white suddenly crossed his lane without warning, seeming completely unaware of the danger or simply not caring. After passing by, the rider looked back, but the figure had vanished. Sure, videos like this can be easy to fake, but we can't dismiss them entirely. What if it's real? A ghost hunting channel in Portugal, Supernatural Persecution, set out to uncover the mystery behind a spot locals claim is cursed. Deep in the woods, there's an overgrown path leading to old train tracks. Years ago, a bride-to-be ended her life there after discovering her fiancé's betrayal. Since then, people have reported seeing a woman in white, hearing strange voices, and feeling an eerie presence. While investigating, this happened. Would you dare to walk that path? In an old photo, a woman is seen posing with her brother on the left and sister on the right. But what grabs attention is the presence of a fourth figure. Someone no one remembers. She clearly recalls the moment and says the space around them was empty. Yet, the mysterious figure stands there in the background, vague and out of place. Even now, looking at the picture makes her uneasy. The unknown presence has turned a simple family photo into something that still haunts her to this day. While hiking deep in the forest, someone stumbled upon something strange and recorded a video. It shows a massive pile of what looked like animal remains, rib-like shapes and broken fragments scattered everywhere. But there were no skulls, no clear signs of flesh or fur, just bone-shaped debris. Some people who saw the video think it's actually dried leaves from a rare tree, clumped together in a strange way. The person who recorded it probably knows the truth, but hasn't shared it, maybe to keep the mystery alive. A Reddit user, jturley85, shared a bizarre video that left people stumped. According to the post, the footage came from a co-worker of his wife who had gone hunting in the mountains over the weekend. They brought along a pack of dogs, but during the trip, 2 of them went missing. After a long search, they eventually found the dogs, both torn apart. While trying to figure out what could have done it, they spotted something strange through a scope and recorded it. The figure looked tall, with thin, unnaturally long arms covered in what looked like hair, and the way it moved, it just didn't look human. Some guessed it could have been another hunter in camouflage, but that theory doesn't quite explain the dogs. How were they torn apart like that? Nobody knows the answers. In February 2021, a team was driving down a deserted road late at night when the unsettling sound of howling wolves echoed around them. As they turned a corner and rolled down a hill, the headlights caught a chilling sight. A figure in a black robe standing alone. Instinctively, the driver reversed, but the figure kept advancing, calm and steady. Some viewers dismiss it as just a prank. Let's hope that's true, because if it wasn't, then something far more disturbing was wandering around there that night. While fishing alone at a quiet lake near the Navajo Mountains, a man captured something disturbing on camera. In the distance, a large, hairy figure was seen walking across the rugged terrain. He's certain it wasn't a bear, and definitely not a gorilla, since there are no primates in that area. Whatever it was, it didn't match anything known to live out there. Back in 2005, a creepy video surfaced in Croatia. 2 boys were casually filming, just goofing around with a new camera. Everything seemed normal, until they caught this.
Ajmo dalje mi.
Kaj radiš?
Pa nemam pojma.
Da, ne vez, ništa mi.
A man standing completely still, just staring. He didn't move. They brushed it off, but moments later, he appeared again. Spooked, the boys ran.
Oprosti, ali vam treba pomoć.
When they reached an apartment building, they got into the elevator. But as the doors opened, the man was inside. Then the video cuts. The story goes that the boys were never found. Neither was the man. To this day, no one knows what really happened. But honestly, it looks a little too staged to be real. Still, a creepy video. A couple was camping near the Carrington Plantation in Franklin, Tennessee. During their trip, they decided to visit the historic site and snap some photos, including this one. In the picture, they noticed what looked like a Civil War-era woman. The figure appeared transparent, and there was nothing in the field that could explain her presence. After asking around, they learned that the field was once where many bodies were left after the battle. Locals believe the figure could be a grieving woman, still searching for a lost loved one. A tragic but haunting story. While hiking in the mountains, a group of hikers spotted something unusual far off on a ridge. Curious, they started filming with their phones, zooming in to get a better look. The figure appeared to be walking upright, but it looked too large to be human. Unfortunately, the footage they captured was distant and blurry, making it hard to make out exactly what they saw. A hiker was filming his walk when a bear started chasing their dogs. They noticed the bear charging and quickly used bear spray to protect themselves and their dogs. The spray effectively deterred the bear, causing it to retreat. Luckily, everyone was unharmed. While wandering through the garden of his apartment complex, this man casually snapped a few photos. He was simply testing the shutter sound, clicking the button a few times, not aiming for anything in particular. Out of the 5 images he captured, one stood out, and not in a good way. Something, or someone, appeared in the frame. He hadn't seen anything unusual while taking the photo. Was it just pareidolia playing tricks on his mind, or did he unknowingly capture something far more disturbing? In October 2023, YouTuber Crazy Quatty, known for his wild van camping videos, decided to switch things up. Instead of his usual forest stops, he picked an old abandoned house deep in the countryside to camp alone. At first, it felt like just another adventure. But as night crept in, things got weird.
There's definitely something up there. Get! I can hear it walking around, whatever it is. Probably a raccoon. There's definitely something upstairs right now. I haven't even cooked dinner yet, and once I do dinner, I'll have to bag that up. Bag up my leftovers or my food bag, and I'm gonna toss that outside as far as I can.
He started hearing strange noises, footsteps, creaking, and random thuds from upstairs. He tried brushing it off, but something felt off.
It's only 9:30, 9:26. I mean, the wind has picked up a bit. So it could be branches clonking against the house, especially up front, because they're like everything is grown right up to the house. But it sounded like there was something walking around right above me. Yeah.
Even with all that, he stayed the night and filmed everything. By morning, he packed up and left safely. Two friends recently shared a TikTok of their ride through a foggy forest. What started off as a fun adventure quickly turned terrifying when they heard chilling screams, inhuman, almost like multiple voices crying out at once.
Oh! Oh! What? Tu vois là-bas? Putain, il y a un truc. Pardon. What?
As they looked around, a pale figure peeked from behind a tree.
Tu l'as vu? Oui, j'ai vu. T'as vu une... Là-bas? Attends, tu veux te rapprocher pour voir? Je sais pas. Il y a un truc blanc là-bas. Il s'est arrêté. Oh! Putain! C'est quoi ce bordel?
Attends, mais je rêve ou tu vois
Mais là-bas, là, regarde, on voit bien, on est d'accord.
Oui.
Il y a quelque chose de blanc.
C'est quelqu'un la trottinette? Mec, il y a un truc bizarre qui se passe.
What?
The screams grew louder, and once they spotted the figure, they were out. They now suggest it might have been SCP-096, an internet myth often associated with sightings of a creature called the Rake, said to live deep in the woods. But honestly, I'm not so sure. What do you think? A guy heads into the woods at dusk, flashlight in hand. As he moves, his light flickers over something terrifying. 2 glowing eyes staring back from the shadows. It's a common sight in the wild. Certain animals' eyes reflect light like that. It's probably just a deer or a raccoon, but out here in the dark, even the usual creatures can feel a little unsettling. Because what if it wasn't just a small animal? One night, a CCTV camera caught something strange. On closer look, it seems human, but its movements are unlike anything normal, way too fluid and agile. It's almost like it's not bound by human limits. Could this be a cryptid? And for more chills, watch this next video.